What's going on in the world today? I never thought I'd see the day, but we here now. I swear I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. Boxing is at a point where it's just flat out weird. You have Ryan Garcia questioning the status quo, but Team Haney, they're agreeing to it. What on earth is going on? In this video, I'm going to do my best to break it down. And my best is more than enough. So without further ado, let's hop into the video. Man, boxing is at such a weird spot. It's just in disarray, people. My thing is this. You got a lot of people who, I pioneered this game. Let's be real. In the digital age, talking boxing, taking news clippings, breaking down ego Weight Watchers, all that, right? Years in the game, my tenure in this game speaks for itself. I'm him. Timothy Chalamet, right? The problem is, I don't fear no man. I don't feel like I have any competition because I'm me. You can't be me. The impressions, the voice, the production value. So I never really worry about it. The only criticism I would have to say about the game is it's the internet. So there's so many opinions and a lot of false prophets. A lot of people really don't understand the sport of boxing. They haven't been in the business. They're not really connected, and they're the ones trying to speak on it. You know what I mean? And put out false narratives and stuff like that. The game is crazy. I've already made several videos about this. In case you missed it, Turki Alalshikh, he basically said he wants to put an end to running. But check out those past videos where I talked about it. He's like, I'm tired of these runners. This is not boxing. This is not entertaining. And we, as Ring and Riyadh season, we can no longer support this type of stuff in boxing. Don't want to see these Tom and Jerry fights where a person is running and this, that, and the third. I mean, I understand, but it's still stupid. And in case you missed my other videos, I'll do my best to explain it real quick. The reason why I'm saying it's dumb to put that out is you can't beat from the sidelines, not being the one stepping in the ring, and think that people are going to implement what you want them to do because you put out a statement, right? And then I posed this question in past videos. What could Turki really do, right, if someone is in a fight and then they run, right? So let's look at the options. If you don't like someone's performance, what can you do? You can say, hey, that was terrible. You're a runner. I'm not paying you, which would be highly illegal and would open the floodgates for lawsuits. If you have a contract and says, hey, if I show up and fight, I'm getting X amount of dollars, and then you try to change the amount or withhold somebody's pay, and they at least stepped in there and tried, but just because you didn't like how they fought, I don't see how that's going to fly, right? And then who's going to want to work with you if they don't know if they're going to get paid or not? I mean, it's just common sense. These are prize fighters. They fight for a prize, dummy. So I don't see how that would work. So your other options are, I don't know, watch somebody have a fight, get mad that they fought, and say, hey, I'm not working with you anymore. You're a runner. I don't like your style, so I'm not participating in. But here's the thing with that. Turki doesn't have a stable, so how are you going to be turning away certain fighters because you don't even have a stable? So to be turning away a bunch of people because you felt that they didn't engage enough, okay, good luck with that. You know what I mean? You already don't have a stable, so you're just going to be losing more and more fighters if you don't like the way they fight. So it's really an uphill battle. Like, you can tell people that don't mean in the heat of battle when they're getting conked in the head that they're going to heed this warning. But as I said in the beginning of this video, the thing that is crazy is you have the Haneys who are speaking on this. Mind you, many people, including myself, believe that Turki had fighters like Devin Haney in mind when he put that out, right? Proof is in the pudding. Devin was highly criticized for his last fight on a Turki card with Jose Ramirez. People said he ran, right? Bill Haney is claiming all day that Turki wasn't talking to him. But again, what made and prompted Turki to put this out? He had to be have somebody in mind when he said that, right? And really, Shakur Stevenson, he's been accused of running in the past too, but he got a knockout in his last fight, right? So I would have to say Devin Haney and William Skull kind of fit the bill in terms of recently. He's not talking about Better Biev. He's not talking about Bivol because they put on 2 action fights. He's not talking about Tyson Fury or Usyk because they put on 2 action fights. So he's not talking about Daniel Dubois and Anthony Joshua because they had an exciting fight. So Bill Haney, he's kind of like trying his best to separate Devin. Like, no, we don't fight like that. Turki wasn't talking to us. Then he put on social media, 20-foot, 19-foot, 18-foot ring, skills pay the bills handshake. So you have a fan underneath and the fan's like, all right, 14-foot ring, Turki. So the fan is like, yo, all right, if skills pay the bills, then do an even smaller ring, right? Because rumors came out, I've already made a video about that Turki's shrinking the ring for the upcoming Berlanga card with Shakur Stevenson on it, right? So Bill Haney is so desperate here, in my opinion, to appease Turki. He's like, whatever Turki wants, we want. It's like they're so desperate for a paycheck. They are almost agreeing to this. And from what we've seen post Ryan, Devin has a style that looked like it would probably not be beneficial to have a no running rule where it's heavily focused on action only. Because in the past, even before the Ryan Garcia fight, some people have said Devin Haney fights, may or may not be the most scintillating. So you have the Haneys who would kind of be affected by this new no running rule. And the Haneys, they're like, oh, we don't care. It don't matter. Skills pay the bills, and trying to act like they're okay with it. And that's why I said earlier in this video, it's like Freaky Friday. Ryan Garcia, who he's never been accused of running. He's never been accused of not having fun fights or boring fights. He's the one kind of speaking out against it. He posted, the no running rule is wild. Somebody said, why does it matter? You don't even run. He says, no, not to me, but it's like you can't influence boxing styles that way. What is going on? So I've already said that. I put that out, and Ryan follows me on Twitter and Instagram, and now he's saying exactly what I've been saying. Is like you can't compromise and put out like a blanket statement and think you're going to influence everybody's style and how they get down in the ring. The fighter has to fill out the guy's punching power, speed, the danger that they're in for. So Turki can put this out all day, and I guess, at best he can be like, I don't like the way you fight. You're no longer welcome on my future cards. But the damage will already be done anyway, and you still have to pay the person. So we're in such a weird timeline where a person who is not even affected, right, by the whole no running because they don't run, Ryan Garcia, he's agreeing with boxing ego and like just let the different styles exist, right? Who wants to play Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter if every character fought the same, right? If Chung Li fought like Blanca and fought like Zangief, they were all the same height, they were all the same speed, they had the same special moves, Ken and Ryu, Hadouken, right? It would be a boring game. Tekken, MK, Primal Instinct, Street Fighter. These games are fun. Even like Mario Kart is fun because you have different characters with different assets, right? So we're in such a weird timeline. Ryan Garcia is agreeing with boxing ego, and he's not even affected by a no running clause, which the person said. But then Devin Haney's team is desperately trying to agree with everything Turki does, and they would be affected. And they're like, we don't care. Skills pay the bills. Crazy.